reason, huh, buddy? So, welcome to the channel. Welcome to one of my favorite spots. Not this particular spot, but just this area. I grew up down in the valley below us there. So I grew up hiking and exploring these mountains. Coming up here to chop firewood for the winter with my dad. So it kind of holds a special spot for me. And it has coming up here, I get a feeling that I haven't been able to find it anywhere else in life. So I try to come up here as much as I can. Unfortunately, there's a big wildfire came through here a few years back, and it took away a little bit of the beauty, but it's got a different beauty now. Starting to come back, starting to see some new trees, so that's nice. It's one of the spots here that managed not to burn, so I thought this would be a little better place to do the introduction. So I don't know what this channel will be about. I know there'll be a lot of hiking and camping, exploring, dirt bike stuff, side-by-sides, even working on old cars, kind of all the things I enjoy doing. That'll be kind of be all over the board. So I'm kind of new to this, so you have to bear with me on it being kind of amateur hour for a while, but you got to learn somewhere, right? But so the reason I started this channel is to basically force me to enjoy life more. I know that sounds funny to be forced to do things you enjoy, but when you're a workaholic, sometimes that's what it takes. I spend all my time working, and I've let life kind of slip by me on the things I enjoy. So I'm hoping as I treat this as a second or third job that it'll force me to give it the attention that it needs, and because as it is now, I work all the time, and it takes over everything. Everything's always put off because of it, and honestly, I'm over it. So I'm hoping with this, it'll kind of force my hand and help me do the things I enjoy and get out and do it. And treating it as a second job, as a workaholic, I think that is the best way to make that happen. So there's going to be a learning curve for me too, to get out and do things like that. But as I get older, you really need to, I've seen that, values and importance of things in life change. When you're younger, you want to get out there and work, start making money, get the possessions, the cars, the toys, all that stuff. And then as you get older, you realize none of that matters. Time and freedom and doing things you enjoy are what matters. And that's what I'm hoping to accomplish with this channel. So hopefully that'll work. But I'm just kind of over the grind and the daily BS. I want to get out in a place like this eventually. I mean, that'll be the long-term goal for me, is to find a piece of property out somewhere like this and build my dream house, my dream spot. And unfortunately, out here, you can't live up here. It's all protected wilderness, which is good, but also it kind of sucks because you can't enjoy this full-time living here. But it also keeps out the riffraff, so I can't complain. But yeah, so we'll see how this goes, and this may be the only video I do. I might hate it, or it might be the start of a big thing. I don't know. But we'll see. I keep an eye on the dog. Sometimes he gets a little crazy and chases a shadow and disappears. But he's a good boy. Alright, we'll kind of go from there and see what happens. Alright, we'll see you on the next one. So see, I already messed up the first video and cut it too short because I got scrambled in my head of what I wanted to say. In my personal life, I'm very introverted, so even saying these things out loud is very difficult. So as I get more comfortable, it'll be easier and easier, but it's one of those things. So this right here, so this right here is my boy. This is Solo, aka Chunkosaurus. He is probably the best dog I've ever had. He is down to do anything as long as it's with me. He'll go anywhere, do anything. Always by my side, never runs off. Didn't have to do any training with him. He was a street dog from I think it was San Bernardino, California. And I don't know how anyone would get rid of him. He is the coolest dog. He is just the best dog. He's super protective. He's super smart. And he's just very chill. Listens. My other dog you'll see eventually is, I love her, but she is a little demon. But he's a good boy. All right, buddy. So yeah, so I cut the one off a little early because I wanted to say that, you know, a few things. I'm like, I don't, I am, like I said, starting this channel, I am tired of starting it because I am tired of exchanging my time for a paycheck. You know, because you don't get the time back, and as you get older, you realize that's the most important thing, you know, and it's the one thing you can't make any more of. I can make more money, I can buy more crap, but I can't buy more time. So that's why I'm hoping to spend my time more free and like this, out in the open, out in the country. So I don't think a lot of people do that anymore, and that's maybe the reason why everybody's so screwed up, it seems, with depression and drugs and all that other stuff, because everybody's living a life they're not meant to lead, and they get away from, you know, how it's supposed to be. And I think it's closer to this than being in a city, sitting in front of a computer, just grinding away for hours for work that is honestly meaningless. Doesn't do anything. It's just like a circle to feed itself. You know, we don't need any of that crap, but the whole world's built on it now. So I'm trying to get away from that and go back to how it used to be. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't want to live like it's, you know, 1823, because that would be pretty rough. But I want to find that balance between enjoying some of the modern amenities, but also getting back to living in nature like this. So I'll show you back here. I mean, who would want to be in a cubicle in a city or doing what else everybody seems to do nowadays? Doom scrolling on your phones, watching terrible movies just because there's nothing better to do. I mean, look at this out here. This is where we should be. Yeah, I know it's not for everybody, but definitely hits a chord with me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like my video games here and there, I like movies here and there, but I just find that it just, you tend to just get sucked into it, you know? I mean, look at this. Now, next time I want to go up to the top of that mountain and do a hike up there, because there's a nice little creek, a nice little, I wouldn't say lake, but more of a pond way up there. But you can see it's starting to green up. This fortunately was a little patch that survived the fire, but everything out there burned, unfortunately. That tree there is massive. You can see how big it is next to Solo there. But yeah, so I mean, it's just, I'm hoping this channel will get me out doing things I enjoy and get back into enjoying life, because doing the grind for 30 some odd years, it gets old, wears you down, takes away your motivation, takes away your zest for life, so to speak. So I'm hoping this will get some of that back. Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful valley. Yeah, so that's it. I guess we'll see you on the next one. All right, take care.